Okay. Good glorious morning, everybody. I can still say morning because it was I looked at the clock just a moment ago when I parked and it was 11:11. And so I wanted to share this moment with you, and I wanted to make a video on the beach again, my favorite place in the world. You can see it behind me. And so unfortunately, because the wind is just so powerful and quite nippy today, although the sky and the water, nature is so beautiful. Okay, so I kind of wanted you to see that. But every time I look at a clock, or well, mostly it's a clock, every now and then I'll find maybe I'll pass an address that's 111 or something like that, and the ones are popping up. Okay, and so in when I'm doing angel card readings and I come up with an ace, which would be like a 1, or a 10, which kind of reduces to a 1. The 10 is 1 and 0, and so I always tell people that's you and God. Okay, and so when I see 11:11, that's me and God and everything. Okay, but basically that is really the truth, the whole truth. Okay, so I wanted to make a little video talking about, and we have so much information at our fingertips. So when you can see the number is repeating itself and you see it a lot of times, you can kind of Google. I normally Google something that says angel numbers because I'm just kind of wired that way. There are other explanations as well. But the 11:11 has been coming up for me a lot these past few days. And first thing I think about is awakening, because it's like 1 is the first thing in the morning, okay, and 1 is all about me. I'm number 1. And then another 1 is like I am one with all that is divine. Okay, and then the other 1 culminates, and I add them all together and it's 4. Okay, so what 11:11 means when I start seeing it on a consistent basis is about me, my connection with the divine. For me, my connection with God. And it's not just God, okay? The divine is God in all of the aspects and all of the consciousness that goes with that. And it's enormous. It's more than I could even put into words for you. A numerologist, of course, would give a wonderful intellectual interpretation, and I'm not there, I don't think, right now. Anyway, so if I add the 4 ones together, I get the number 4. So it's me and all of creation, because the number 4 is about stability and security. So when I see 11:11, it means I am connected to the divine, and in all my ways, just be conscious of that I am secure and stable. I am established. I belong here. I am a divine child of God, and nothing is left out in all of creation that I would possibly need. It is an assurance. It is also a signal to me to pay attention to what I'm thinking. You know, I think I read it somewhere that nobody talks to you more than you talk to you, inside your head, in your brain, in your mind. And so I'll paraphrase that. Nobody talks to me more than I talk to me. And sometimes I talk to me like, really? Did you just say that to me? I have to check myself before I wreck myself. So I call that make a checkup from the neck up. Okay, so you don't wreck up. And sometimes I find myself having to do that. Now, don't be judging me, because I know you do too. Okay? When you find those thoughts of saying, oh Lord, I need to put on some makeup because, you know, these years are showing today. Okay? Or if you say, oh my gosh, my thighs are so whatever. You say, oh goodness, seriously, I can't fasten these jeans. I just bought them 3 weeks ago. And then sometimes we get really, really down on ourselves and think, especially when we make a decision that doesn't really turn out the way that we thought it would. Okay? And so when we make those decisions, we can easily think, gosh, I can't believe you did that. So cuckoo, you know, we say probably a lot worse. And a lot of these thoughts are conditioned. You might hear that thought coming across in your mind as maybe your mother, your stepmother, your evil stepmother, or your evil twin sister, or other people, maybe a teacher, maybe other people who have been of some influence in your life, who spoke to you not very kindly. Okay? And so it's easy to hear those voices in your head. And so when I see the 11:11, I immediately think, okay, what am I thinking about? How am I thinking today? Because this is also an avenue of opening, of awakening. So it's like if you're sleeping all night and you may be dreaming, you may not, but you're in a state of subconsciousness. So you're in a state of sleep. But when you wake up, and for most of us, when we wake up, we're thinking, okay, got to get the lunch ready, got to get this done, got to get that done, got to get that done. I have conditioned myself fairly well, of course it's taken a lot of years, to when I wake up, I first hear that little song that's playing in my spirit, because there's always a song playing in my spirit. It kind of wakes me up. And I'll tune into that. And it might be something like, our God is an amazing God, or how great thou art, or it's something that awakens me to the connection that I have with the divinity within. So spirit wakes me up. If spirit didn't wake me up, I wouldn't wake up. I'd wake up dead. Okay? On this end of the deal, I'd wake up somewhere else. So when I see the 11:11, it tells me, it signals me to wake up, okay, and pay attention to my thoughts, because this is also the time period of manifestation. Okay, this is where your thoughts can become things. And so when I see the 11:11, immediately I want to remember that I am the divine child of God, and the angels are listening to what I think I desire or need today. They are there and given charge over me to keep me in all my ways, to bear me up. And so I might reflect my thoughts onto that right away, because I want to be aware of what I'm thinking. And if there's something in particular in my life at that moment that I'm desiring to manifest, that is what I will focus on. And so I do have a couple of things that I'm working on, and I do fully expect. So I become pregnant with those thoughts. I become, I focus. Okay? So when you see 11:11, Find out what it means to you. But first and foremost, recognize it is a signal to you to wake up and embrace the unity you have with the divine that is within you, all around you. Look for it even in others, the little synchronicities that happen in your life. That person did not just come into your life with the biggest frown and the worst baby that you've ever seen. Smile at that person and say, "Oh, you guys are having such a good day. It's okay, little one." Or whatever you can do. I do that kind of thing. But whatever you can do to encourage another, okay? That didn't happen by chance. It happens, and when it's those things that seem negative, it happens for you to show your little twinkle, okay? Because you are the light of the world. All of us are. If we could see ourselves in the light of the divine, if we could see ourselves in the light of the universe, we would see ourselves, each one individually, as a little twinkle. Just like when you look at the night sky and there's like lots of stars out there. And we're connected, okay? So, 11:11. Find out what it means to you. And if it's 11:11 and you want to add it all together, it means for you to also recognize you belong here in this very moment, in this one moment, being right here, right now, focusing on what you desire and what you desire to show to the rest of the world. So, I want to show the rest of the world today that the glory of the Lord has risen. Come all things. Bring it, baby. And I'm going to saturate it, lather it, oil it down, anoint it with all of the love and compassion that God gives me. So yeah, I'm still trying to live up to the name Glory, Glory. And I think that's pretty dynamic. And I think that means that I'm here for a divine purpose. And sometimes it's very subtle, very sweet, one by one. And I'm going to increase those one by ones. And it's going to be ones and ones and ones and ones and ones. And today, as you're listening to this message, you are the one. You are the one that I've been sent to give you this word of encouragement and to help you know that all of the divine is watching over you, is with you, is within you. Because God loves us all, okay? Even before hair and makeup. Even before we brush our teeth. God's love reaches us wherever we are. And especially for me, out on this beautiful, beautiful scene right here. When I'm here, no matter what else is going on in the rest of the world, I know that I know that I know. Find your place. Recognize that you are one and that God loves you too. And have a glorious day.